Ever wonder what happens when a roller coaster seat and a sketchy online shopping cart both decide to betray you in the same month? You would think ejection injuries and internet scams have nothing in common, but they both end up on the exact same desk of an accident injury lawyer. Let us start with ejection injuries because they sound like something from a spy movie, but they are actually terrifying and real. This is when a car crash literally throws a person out of the vehicle, seatbelt or airbag failure, and physics doing something no human body should ever experience. Lawyers handling these cases are not just looking at the driver who caused the crash. They dig into whether the seatbelt buckle was defective, whether the airbag failed to deploy, or whether the car manufacturer cut corners somewhere back in a factory decades ago. Here is a fun fact that is not fun at all. Ejection is one of the most dangerous outcomes in any car accident. You are basically 25 times more likely to die if you are thrown from the vehicle compared to staying inside it. So the lawyer's job becomes part detective and part translator, because insurance companies love to speak in confusing jargon. They will use words like contributory negligence like it is a spell, and your lawyer's whole job is turning that spell into plain English so you are not left guessing. Now let us hop over to something totally different, but weirdly connected. E-commerce scams that cause physical harm. You order what looks like a totally normal phone charger or a kid's toy, and it turns out to be a fire hazard or laced with something toxic. This is not just, oops, I got scammed out of $20. This is, I got hurt because a company lied about what they were selling me. And yes, that absolutely counts as a personal injury case, even though it started with a mouse click instead of a car crash. The tricky part is figuring out who is actually responsible, because online marketplaces love pointing fingers at third-party sellers. Lawyers untangle that mess by looking at platform policies, seller agreements, and sometimes even where the company is legally based. Think of it like a game of hot potato, except the potato is legal responsibility, and everybody is trying not to be the one holding it. Your lawyer's job is to figure out who is supposed to be holding it the whole time. Evidence matters just as much here as it does in a car crash case. Screenshots, order confirmations, product photos, and even how the item was described online can become the deciding factor in whether you get compensated. A common misunderstanding people have is thinking online purchases do not count as real injury cases because there is no dramatic crash scene. But if a defective product physically hurt you, the law does not care if it arrived by mail truck or ambulance, harm is harm. Another myth floating around is that these cases take forever and are not worth pursuing. Sometimes they do take time, but preparation, documentation, and a good lawyer speed things up more than people expect. The real lesson here, whether it is a seatbelt failure or a shady online seller, is that companies are expected to keep you safe, not just cross their fingers and hope nothing goes wrong. When they fail at that job, the legal system exists to hold them accountable and get you the support you need to recover. So whether you got ejected from a vehicle or ended up injured by something that showed up in a cardboard box, you are not stuck figuring this out alone. Want to learn more about how we handle cases like this? Check out our links in the description.